Evening, everybody. I've been looking at the charts for a couple of years. I've been watching the YouTube content creators for a couple of years, and I'm starting to feel more confident in the things that I see in the charts. Looking at the charts recently, I had this really crazy idea that I can use the previous cycle to predict where the current cycle, when and where the current cycle tops out, and then those two cycles can be used to project where the next cycle goes. And I don't think that XRP works in the same cycles as Bitcoin. Bitcoin has definite 4-year cycles where it creates a new all-time high every 4 years. I don't think XRP does that, and I will have that theory confirmed probably 2029. Anyway, let me lay it out for you. This is what I see. Okay, so previous cycle, the first cycle. Let's have a look. The similarities between the first cycle and the second cycle, and there's obviously a key bit missing, and it's this pump, this launchpad liftoff. The similarities are that it's a consolidating triangle, and the price mostly stayed within this consolidating triangle. This is also a bull flag. This triangle, by the way, the formation is a bull flag. One of the key similarities is that XRP makes a lower high. This triangle is over the course of 3 years, and this launch pad goes in the third year to the top in line with the Bitcoin cycle to make a 4-year pattern. So what I'm saying is, from high to high is one Bitcoin cycle, and it's 4 years in total. 3 years consolidation, 10 months of pump or launch pad to all-time high. What's the similarities in the current cycle? So the current cycle is actually 2 Bitcoin cycles, and it's also had this lower high. This is the lower high here, and although the chart is slightly, or the flag is slightly skewed or off, because XRP is not staying within the consolidation pattern, and the top of the next bull market is in 2025, and the 2021, 2017 and 2013 Bitcoin cycles saw the new Bitcoin all-time highs in Q4. It was November, December, and December, I think, or was it November? Anyway, it's always Q4, and it's always 4 years after the last. Always was, always, and it should always will be. Like, that doesn't make any sense, but it follows 4-year patterns, and it's always Q4. Now, XRP, here to reiterate, was 1 Bitcoin cycle. This is 2 Bitcoin cycles, and the price was the top of the chart was a single digit. I think the charts work like this. 1 Bitcoin cycle, single digit. 2 Bitcoin cycles, triple digit. 3 Bitcoin cycles, and the top of this will be 5 digits. And yeah, 3 Bitcoin cycles away. Meaning that XRP will miss a new all-time high in the 2029 bull market, and it's going to miss an all-time high in the 2033 bull market. 2029 is a Shemitah year. Normally something terrible happens, And I predict that the terrible thing that will happen will be related to cryptocurrency itself in the mainstream way. Um, and then 2033, I don't know, it might be people related pushing back against digitization because of the tyranny that they've probably got planned for us. Then the tyranny will be alleviated, and that 5-digit price will come in. Um, so that's a bit off the wall, and it's many years away, and it could well this could well be the code, like the basic code behind the XRP chart. And why do I think that? Well, Bitcoin, right? The news doesn't dictate the price. It's the chart dictates the price, because the chart has been pre-programmed and it runs a really basic macro like strategy. It's every 4 years it creates a new all-time high a year after the halvening, and it's done it repeatedly 2013, 2017, 2021, and it's going to do it again in 2025. We'll live to see that. Most of us, if not hopefully all of us, will live to see that. And it's 19 months away. It's literally just around the corner. So if XRP is on a slightly different programming, it's still kind of really basic. 1 cycle, 2 cycle, 3 cycle, and single digit, triple digit, 5 digit. The excuse that XRP never made a new all-time high was to do with the lawsuit, supposedly. I think that's absolute nonsense. I think it's complete rubbish. I think that it's just pre-programmed. This and this, it's too bloody similar. It's the same thing. And this and this, again, it's the same bloody thing. There's no way that the news just so happens to drop every time in a perfect way. There's no way. This is pre-programmed, and it's really clear to see. So if this is 1 cycle, and this is clearly 2 cycles, the end of the lawsuit is going to be the excuse that creates the parabolic rise, and if it does, then it makes absolute perfect sense to me that it's going to top out in Q4, maybe January though, but Q4 of 2025. Then surely the next cycle for XRP will be the next new supreme all-time high after this one will be in 3 cycles time. And if this was 1 digit and this is going to be 3 digits, and we're going to know in 19 months, then the next one surely is 3 cycles and 5 digits. And you can see it all in the chart. I don't know if you guys have ever seen the chart where it's an arc and it goes up round like that. Well, that chart predicts that the price of XRP is reading $220 or thereabouts. And if you look at the gains here, and I mean, this isn't a way to do charting, this is not how you should do it, but it's really funny that the numbers come up. So the 69,000% gains from the launch pad in 2017 of 0.5 cent to $3.80, 69,000% gains. If you chart the same gains here, alright, I've charted it from 30 cent, let's say, and it goes up to $209, and there's just 69,000% gain. Like, how does that work? How is that so similar? Is it like it's mathematical? I don't understand the maths, but how am I doing that? Like, this isn't how you apply technical analysis to a chart. Yet there's the answer. How am I doing that? Crazy. So 1 cycle, 2 cycle 3, 1 digit, 3 digit, 5 digit. So if XRP is going to miss 2 bull markets and 2 opportunities for new all-time highs, then there has to be some piece of news to fool you into believing that the news dictates the price, and it's not the chart dictating a price because it's been pre-programmed. So what kinds of news could there be? In 2029 is a Shemitah year, so some kind of catastrophe is going to happen. Maybe Klaus Schwab's world famous prediction of there will be great cyber attacks will be a reality, and maybe in 2033 everyone will be so annoyed with blockchain and particularly Ripple, because they'll be absolutely everywhere, well known and mainstream, that everyone's like, nah, no thanks, we don't want it. And then, I don't know, some financial disaster will happen and this will affect the prices of XRP and everything, and then eventually everyone's going to go, oh, actually this is probably what we do need and want, and then bang, you know, $10,000 plus by 2035. Wild, crazy speculation, but that's kind of like what I see and what I can imagine could happen. But yeah, I just don't think the charts are an accident. I just think they're pre-programmed. If you look at the Bitcoin charts, they're too perfect. They're too perfect to be random or organic. It's just not. It's not what you're looking at. Like, you can just see the patterns. They're just leaping right out at you. And so I think that you can use the first cycle and the current cycle to predict the top and therefore the next cycle. And I think that that's how it all works. And I previously spent 30 minutes going through this, but I don't think it needs it. I've now just described it in where are we at? 12.